Mobb Deep's the infamous, what, the 30-year anniversary? This album is older than me. Came out the same year I was born, which is crazy. But yeah, Mobb Deep's the infamous. I'll intro this one a little bit because I'm not as familiar with Mobb Deep. Have I heard Mobb Deep
Mhm.
songs? Of course, I've heard Shook Ones. Come on, what are we talking about on here? Shook Ones Part Two, to be specific. Of course, I heard that, but I was never like big in the East Coast rap or Mobb Deep, especially like these are the rappers like I wasn't into the. I don't want to say lyrical gangsters, but like the lyrical street guys back then. I was like, I like Most Def back then. I like Talib Kweli back then. But as we've been doing the show, and I believe this might have been on one of the sections of what we've been jamming last year. I don't know if you recommended it to me, but I was listening to some East Coast rap and I was like, I'm gonna check out Mobb Deep's first and second album.
Mhm.
Checked out this one. I was like, God dang. And B, when it comes to me with these 90s albums, I'm like, yo, this kind of dusty. This
Mhm.
album to me holds up really well. Does it got a little dust on it? Of course, but that's it was 1995 back then.
Mhm.
It's graceful dust. I'll say that. But overall, when it comes to the production and rapping on this project, I really liked it. Now I know usually when it comes to a duo like this, RIP Prodigy and shout out to Havoc, there's always going to be that one person that outshines the other. For me on this, no one outshined others. To me, they worked
Mhm.
well in sync with each other. But B, I want to get your experience with this project because you know more about this. You're more familiar with this than I am.
Oh man, this right here, bro. This is the other side of Illmatic. This is how I always look at this album. It's like the other, like Illmatic,
Okay, okay.
but like this is the more grittier, like Illmatic, like point
So
of view.
B, so like a blog era like comparison is like Good Kid, Mad City to My Crazy Life.
Kind of, because it's like Nas is telling you what's going on, like what his people are saying. Like he's
Hmm.
seeing it, and these
Yeah,
these they in it.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's just that other side. It's like it's the guy that's around them, and it's the guys that actually put in the work. That's how I always looked at this album. And I love this album. This is like one of the when you get into hip hop and you venture off into that golden era of New York sound. This right here is the pinnacle of that. It the world building from the production, the samples, just oh man, just be on hectic. I don't know why I can't say the word right now. On hectic,
Oh
on
yeah.
that pew pew beat. That oh my
Hmm.
god, that
Hmm.
beat. That beat gets
Hmm.
me every time. But anyways, bro,
For me, that
this
run
album,
from hectic to cradle to the grave. Oh my god, I'm there. I'm there, B.
bro, this album right here, man, it's crazy. And just I don't know if you knew how like Q-Tip had his hand in this album. If you think about the
Mhm.
drums, like okay, and
Prodigy.
Havoc and Prodigy, I blanked.
No, I understand.
They didn't want the beats from other producers because they first album Juvenile was Juvenile Hell or whatever. They had multiple producers on there. They said they didn't like the beats that producers was giving to them, and they wanted to learn how to make beats themselves. And Havoc took that mostly upon himself. So Havoc produced this album. It's as Mobb Deep, but like Q-Tip had his hand in it because he liked them, and he also had uh some type of connections with the label that signed him. I forgot who it was. So he actually worked closely with them with mixing, some of the production as well, like the drums. You can see similar drums from I think is it Beats, not Beats Rhyme Life. It's one of Q-Tip drums in this production as well. It's like the same stuff. It's crazy. I was like, dang, I didn't even know this. You know what I'm saying? Q-Tip actually featured. He has a feature on here, and he also has a whole producer credit as the abstract. I forgot what song it was, but
I'm looking at the songs. Give Up the Goods, Just Step. That's a song he solely produced.
right,
He
right.
also co-produced Temperature Rising.
Temperature
He co-produced Drink
rising.
Away the Pain, which he
hmm
actually featured on as a feature as well.
Yeah, he was on Drink Away the Pain. Yeah. But this stuff right here, the stuff they was talking about, like I said, the skits from Prodigy, just Prodigy always stood out as an MC, as a personality, because especially the skits and some of the things he talked about. I don't know, like Havoc's dope, but Prodigy stuck out to me because like Prodigy has that effect to me, same as Tupac. I feel like Prodigy's a better like rapper, but when he just says what's on his mind, like he say it, he don't have to like Prodigy and Havoc wasn't miracle lyrical to me. They
Mhm.
lyrical guys, but they also just said what they gonna do to you. They just, all they gonna say what's going on. And I just really enjoyed it. And it meshed so well with the world they built on here. And they actually use Illmatic as like a skeleton bee. Like they was
Mhm.
like, yo, we need to find another way to tell our story. And we could tell it in a different way. That's why I said this is like Illmatic. This is the other side of Illmatic to me. Like this is the guy that was in the streets. Would you have
See,
something to say?
I never looked at this album like that. But when I heard this album, I was thinking this exact thought. B. I was like, to me, this is when people describe Illmatic, the sound of it, like how you feel like you're in New York. This is how I feel New York
Mhm.
sounds. Like this album right here. This is how I felt about this album right here.
Mhm.
I'm like, this feels like that to me. Certain things like, oh, we'll listen to Nas, Wu and Mob and stuff like that. I'm just like,
Mhm.
this feels like that gritty lifestyle that I kind of like. And I like that you put the dichotomy of like the Illmatic and the Mobb Deep
Mhm.
the infamous comparison right there because I never looked at it like that. But now I can really see it. Like Nas is
Mhm.
the guy that he's like, yo, I'm the guy looking and like, this is how life is versus yo, we in the streets. Like this is
We
what we
doing
doing.
it. I've been in the
We doing
tunnel. Hey, I'm a little skinny mother, but don't tell me you can get you stabbed and shot up. We don't want to. We want to save you some money on them hospital bills. You know what I'm saying?
it.
Like,
Yeah. He talk about, hey, we come from the
hey,
era of tussling, but I
hey,
got that
yeah.
gun on me. I'm like,
So that's why I was like, man, when I first heard, because I heard Illmatic before this, and when I
uh-huh.
got into this album, I'm like, oh, like it always clicked because it also done been from Queens, and then also the connection of like how Queens rappers like their perspective of things. They keep it real, they keep it raw. Like that's why it's a difference between like Brooklyn, Harlem. Like that's one thing I like about New York because you could tell the different MCs of like some of the context of like just
Uh-huh.
also just I don't know just how they interact with each other. It's just different. It's kind of dope. Even though they all from the same city but different boroughs.
Mhm.
It's like kind of cool. But man, this right here, bro, this album, I re-listened to it today. I really didn't have to re-listen to it. I just had it blasting on the bigs just to do it. You know what I mean? Like eye to eye, bro. What's good? Yeah, eye to, with Nas and Raekwon. Oh my God. And this,
Mm,
bro, I don't know if
mm,
many people talk about the intro to this album. This intro is it sets it so perfectly, bro. The
mhm.
production on it, I always hear that for the first time. It's like, when you hear it's certain albums when you don't return to the album all the time, but when you
Yeah.
listen to it again and you hear that intro and it's just like, this is so dope. This is
Like I
one of
know what I'm
those.
about to be in for.
Yes, bro. This intro gives me that experience, and also the clips. Laura Willing, do do
Mhm.
do 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 do. It just certain songs that like bring you in, like, and
Mhm.
that intro just sucks you in, like pause. Just this album right here, bro, is just amazing. This is this is an album when you like, okay, you put this in. I don't know. You put this in like top 10 hip hop album to me. It's like one of those you could fight for, and I will never be like, okay, boom, I'm gonna disagree with you. This
Mhm.
is one of them albums. This is
Do you prefer
this.
this over Hell on Earth?
Ooh, I love Hell on Earth, but I think I do, just because I told you it's like sometimes you get to introduce to some people, and like that album stuck out to you, and it's kind of hard to like move on to like
Mhm.
another album being your favorite. I think, yeah, but Hell on Earth. I listened to that joint last year as well, like because but
One of them
that joint
ones.
crazy. It's
One
one
of
of
them
the ones, bro.
ones.
But this one right here is just different, bro. I love it because it's certain like it goes the highs, boom, another one,
Mhm.
boom. So if I was,
Mhm.
and then at the end they hit you with shook ones, and then the party's
Yeah.
over or whatever. But like this album's crazy, bro. It's a really great album, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's more stuff I don't know about it because like I didn't live with this album. I heard it in
Yeah.
like for the first time in like 2008 or something like that, 2007, 2008. So I don't know. Great album, B.
Yeah. For me, this is like, and I don't know if this is blasphemous for me to say. This is
Hmm.
like the East Coast riding dirty for me. This is how I felt with this album. Like this is
The
an
East
album
Coast
that
Ride
perfectly,
Dirty.
yeah, to me this like perfectly encapsulates like that lifestyle because I feel like I'm in it when I listen to this album right here
Hmm.
from these two dudes. Obviously, one of them is mostly producing this project. There's gonna be those two rappers both bouncing off of each other, both giving really good synergy. I really
Hmm.
enjoy this album. I when I'm in it, like I'm all the way in it. Like there's no song that I just dislike. There is one
Hmm.
song where I'm like, okay, this kind of feels a bit different from what we're usually getting on this album, which is Temperatures Rising. But I really enjoyed that song because to me, it kind of gave me a different mood compared to a lot of the other tracks because they felt a bit more gritty versus Temperature Rising. It felt a lot more light. But also Q-Tip as the abstract. helped produce on that one as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's
And
just
then how
going
it
into the
starts off,
song.
it gives you that old school vibe that how temperature
Uh-huh.
rises drop. But that's a good song. This
Yeah,
album is
I
so
really
good.
enjoy it. Yeah, I really enjoyed this, and there was nothing that really went over my head like that. I think, and this is also like them younger because like when I'm first listening to this and I gotta really listen to it, I can barely tell their voices apart.
Mhm.
But like if I'm really sonically like just honing in, I could tell them apart because obviously as you get older and as technology has grown, you could definitely tell them apart sonically like from their
Mhm.
voices. But for me, I was listening to this album again, B this weekend. I'm like, why everybody like Shook One so much? Like, I'm like, Shook One's
Yeah.
not even as good as all this other stuff. That's the mainstream one. And yeah, I got to
Yeah.
Shook One's part two. I'm like, F, I was
Dun,
wrong. Shook One's part two is still good.
dun.
I'm like,
Hey.
what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Shook One's part two is so good to me. And
Like,
them having at the end of the album, then they have Party Over with Big Noid on there. The one thing
mhm,
I want to talk about this album too, the features are really really good. Nas and
mhm.
Raekwon are eye for eye, and then Big Noid is cool. Big Noid is someone who
You should
as
check out
someone
his
who
album too, bro. Big
should
Noy
I,
got a dope project. Yeah,
because
he
I
got a
thought
dope
that his
album.
performances on this album was really solid as well.
Yeah.
So and then that song with Right Back at You with Ghostface, Raekwon, and Big Noid. I'm like, all right.
Hmm.
I'm like, all right, dog, you got me. And then Raekwon and Ghostface, their features on there. Ooh,
Yeah.
it goes hard.
It's just the production on here is like a character of itself because, like you said, it makes you. That's what I'm saying. Like that's you hear New York State of Mind by Nas. It's like, pew, pew, put you in. But like this right here, bro. This bring you in. Like you feel like you could be, stereotypical watching a movie and you going through an alleyway in New York and you see the water dripping from pipes, you see a puddle, you see a rat go by. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's just some creep in the alley or something like it's just this how you feel, bro. And this album was done really well. It's just so crazy how yes, they had, help from Q-Tip to kind of shape it, but how they managed to get this sonically, this sound so it's just like what you say, lightning in the bottle, whatever. Like
Yeah, I be saying lightning in the bottle.
it's like you can't recreate these type of moments. Yes, you could put out another dope album, which they did with an like after this, but they found that sound and they stuck and they just like they did it effortless. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy how they did this. And I don't know, bro. This album right here, it's one of those, B.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really, 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 really great piece of art.
on, on record store day, I went to another record store because I went after work and I
Hmm.
saw it on vinyl. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, B, I want the cop so bad. B, I want the cop so bad. I'm like, oh, we reviewing it this
That
week too. I was like, nah,
that's
let me.
what that's one of
Yeah,
the ones, man. That's essential. I don't have it anymore. When I sold my collection, I got rid of it, but I'm gonna get another one. I had the I think the VMP version with the orange and blue. I had that version.
I didn't
I
know they
think I
had
need
one.
that back.
But I
Yeah,
saw
if I'm
like
I'm not
the
mistaken. Yeah.
audio file version, the 180-gram one. That's the one I saw while I
Yeah.
was out. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, nah, let me chill. But this is an album that I will have to cop one day because I really
Yeah.
enjoy. This is one of those East Coast albums that I really, really enjoy. Probably
Mhm.
like, especially from the '90s, top 10 East Coast album for me. Because
Yeah. It's
I don't like East Coast production like that from back then. But this
I know
one
this
is,
sound. Oh my bad. I know this sound corny, especially like as an outsider. But I have a playlist that like of albums that whenever I go to New York, I'm gonna play because I just want to. I know it sound like crazy, but like I want to listen to these albums in New York. I know it probably gonna feel like the '90s, but it's just some songs you just like. Dang, I just want to experience them in the city because
yeah,
like it's different. It's a different vibe. You might
yeah,
love the album more, a different experience. So sometimes you gotta how that's why regional sounds are really important in hip hop, bro. Like I said, they influence, especially they get big enough, they influence the whole culture. And also, it's that's why New Yorkers are so held tight to what they, it's like with us, with like Houston, like you being in the city, you seeing the culture, what they talking about, reflecting what you seeing with your eyes.
mhm,
So it's
mhm,
different when you go to New York and you hear what they talking about, the streets, the clubs, blah, 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 and you see it and you've been experiencing it. It brings you more into the art. So I don't know. Regional sounds, bro. It's important. We continue and we need them. And we need you, New York. We need you
yeah. Right
to,
now,
to, to keep it
y'all
up,
looking
man.
weak, especially back then. How y'all reigned so dominant with
Yeah.
albums like this.
But like, it's so crazy, B. I'm gonna give him a little leeway right here. You know, I like to give people a little leeway. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
When you make stuff like this, it's like make New York great again. You don't give you.
Facts.
So it's like they hold
Facts.
on to this. It's just like sometimes, bro, like it's the future, bro. We things evolve, things change. Like, come on, man, get over it. It's like when they when they try to tell us to get over slavery, we go tell New York get over the golden era, but they're like, yo, bro, it was like the best. Like, go back and listen to that stuff. Like, we had Mobb Deep, the infamous. Listen to that album. Like, we want to go back to that. Like, they want to go back to the past, b. But like,
Facts.
I understand though, it was some great, 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 great music. So.
Yeah. Until 50 Cent messed all y'all over. But shout out to Mobb Deep, the infamous 30-year anniversary, because we actually
Mhm.
talk about the music over here, man. Let us know your favorite song on this album. Is Shook One's Part One on their first album, Juvenile Hell? I'm
No,
about to say, where's Part One at? Because I know
because I
it says
think
on the
part one
25th
is it on
anniversary is
there?
on the. It says it says it's on the 25th anniversary of this album, but I'm like, where the f is Part One?
I don't. I could be wrong.
Let me see.
Nah, it's
It's a
not on
promotional
here.
single by
Nah, what I'm
Mobb Deep.
saying. Nah, I think it's just part one is like probably was because part one has a different beat, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
Part One
I
definitely has
think
a
it's
different.
probably just the first cut they did of it.
Yeah,
But nah,
it
it's
said
not on the
eventually
first
made its
album.
way on the international version of the group's album Hell on Earth.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it probably was it was just a song they had out they released before the album dropped. Like, oh yeah, this our new sound what we're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But but yeah, Juvenile Hell I need to return to. That's been a
I haven't
this
heard
one of
that.
my albums I listened to like what like around the same time I heard Infamous, but like I ain't going back to this. There's some tracks on here I know that popped up, here and now and then, like peer pressure and stuff like that. But I need to go back to that just to
Yeah.
hear it as an adult. Like I ain't listened to this since I was like 16, like Juvenile Hell. Now.
I never heard it, but I've always seen the cover, and I'm just like, this cover looks whack. No offense to y'all, Mobb Deep. I just don't like the cover of this first album. But yeah, Infamous, really, really dope album.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.